Hello everybody. What do you say we have a contest of champions? I'm talking about a 77-year-old bricklayer races against one mason and 3 mule blockland machines. Hello everybody, my name's Charlie Cummins. I started this great trade in November 1963. I now teach men and women how to lay brick, block, and stone. I own Phoenix Masonry Training here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. I want to challenge this thing called a mule. I challenge it with what is still called human beings. Here's the challenge. First, let me describe the mule team. I've been told that it takes 3 mules set up to build a wall 75 feet long. Therefore, the mule team has 3 machines that cost $80,000 each. That's $240,000 where I come from. And 1 good mason. The challenger, which is me, or in case I die before we ever had this contest, any mason, average to good mason, and he's going to have 3 trainees. Human beings that I've trained for 20 hours or less. Now these 3 trainees have never held a trowel in their hand before I get them. They're going to be ages between 20 and 50 years old. They're going to be human beings who lost their jobs and their career when a robot or the plant closed down and the jobs went to China or some other country where child labor is cheap. Now my suggestion for this contest is this. Since it takes 3 mules to do a small wall that are 75 feet long, then I suggest that we build an 8-inch block wall, 74 feet 8 inches long. That works block work. Let's make the wall 6 courses high. We want it jointed on both sides with 1 or 2 courses being bond beams for rebar, horizontal rebar. Now, the human team, we prefer 8/8 16-inch standard block. The mule team, they can use 8/8 32 or 10 feet long if they can make a block 10 feet long. I don't care. Now, in the event that the rebar is stubbed off the footer or the floor more than 3 feet, which would only happen due to non-communication between the architect and the structural engineer. However, if the rebar vertical is stubbed up 5 or 6 feet, I'll handle that, but we're going to have block with the end cut out of them, so you don't have to lift them over the rebar. And sometimes you call them H blocks or whatever you want to call them. 1 end cut out is what we need. You can buy them. It costs a little bit more. But I'm not going to lift a block. I don't want people to see me and think that, I look at him, he is so stupid. He's laying a block 5 feet over his head like a, well, I'm just not even going to talk about it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, down in Texas, we call them end-out blocks, okay? That eliminates all the lifting over your head and everything else. Now, before the contest starts, both the work areas will be set up by hotties and with mud boards every 6 feet. The 3 mule cranes, whatever, they can be set up, ready to go. Block stocked, everybody's, well, we got the same hotties helping both of us, both teams. And, got mud boards every 6 feet apart, and just like a typical job. The only thing that I insist upon is we use spec mix mortar, period. Spec mix mortar. If we want to go, that mule is supposed to really excel going on a wall whopping 21 feet high, okay? If they want to go 21 feet high, we'll do it. But if we're going to do that, I'm going to be working off Fraco scaffolding. I don't want none of this other easy scaffolding, cable scaffolding. I'll work off Traco only. Let's see here. If we're going to go and grout the walls and everything else, then I want either a grout hog or a hog pump to pump my grout. I don't want to have no mess ups, okay? Know this, everybody. We need jobs for Americans. Guess what? We need thousands of masons. We need tens of thousands of masons. Let's do something about it. When we have this contest, then you'll see how an old man, I hate to say I'm old, but you'll see how one mason and 3 helpers who only just have a little bit of training, less than 20 hours of training, how we can beat $240,000 worth of cranes. You know, I mean, that's it. Hopefully this race will prove that it's easy to train Americans to be masons. We got to have more training centers. So stop spending millions of dollars trying to place masons who have been around for 8,000 to 10,000 years, and they're going to be around until it's over. All right, let's bring back masonry as the #1 building material. This will save lives from fires, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes. Build with masonry. We've had enough people get killed in these 2x4s, plywood and chicken wire and all this kind of stuff. It's time to build with masonry. Let's save lives. Let's start doing our part to make America great again. This is pretty much about it. Last but not least, when anyone finishes our Master Mason course, you're able to lay 150 modular brick in 1 hour or less. You'll be able to lay 50 block in 1 hour or less. Build all your corners in a 2-foot square brick chimney pier. Lay 100 brick in 2 hours or less, and lay 24 block in 1.5 hours. All perfect quality. When you can do that, you can go to work anywhere in the world, make top money. Takes 250 to 300 hours. Okay, that's only 10 weeks if you come 30 hours a week. It's only 6 weeks if you come 50 hours a week. Why not learn how to lay brick, block, and stone? I can teach you. And I can teach other people how to teach other people. As Zig Ziglar said, I hope to see you at the top. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.